Warning. The facts you are about to hear are based off 2 hours of researching the pros and cons of history's heroes and most controversial figures. This is Pros and Conquerors, the bad boys of history.
Is with the history. Yo, fucking
This shirt's just tight, man. It's just making me have great posture.
Yeah. It's like forcing you.
Yeah.
Like a straight jacket.
Otherwise, I might fucking burst out of it, yo. Yeah, I've been working out.
Damn. Jeez. Yeah, that crown's
But
sick, though.
the reason I got that on my bicep as well is because anytime I started getting fat or not having muscle, this friend that passed away that R.I.P. Frenchie, that tattoo is for, he used to always be like, yo, check on your muscles, you know what I mean? He'd also, because I remember the last day I saw him, it was the day before he passed away. We went to play basketball, and I saw him for the first time after like a couple months because he had
day before
he had moved to Oshawa, and so he gave me like a big hug, and he's like he's like, yo, he feels like you need to work out. He's like, let's do some push-ups right now. So we did push-ups that day, and so anyways, RIP, miss you, love you, great guy. And this is a reminder to, you know what I mean, work on their muscles. And sometimes I don't. So it's a good reminder.
That's actually a sick reminder. That's so funny that you put that. That's why I have the work harder on my arm. But my mom hasn't passed away. But that's like her shit. Work harder. Stop fucking around. That type of shit. Frenchie, eh? True.
Yeah. That's a little history of the heart. I actually forgot what podcast we were doing now because that's the way we started off. But but crowns, you know what I mean? It still relates.
Yeah, of course.
Kings. We talk about kings here, yo. And
we're talking about we were just talking about a pro in your boy, and now we're gonna talk about a conqueror. I assume.
Crazy thing is today, we're not really talking about a conqueror.
Okay.
It is a con, but we haven't talked about any conquistadors yet.
This guy hasn't told me
conquistador.
Who it is. Usually he tells me. Usually I know a week before.
Today on Pros and Conquistadors. We're gonna get it's crazy because we talk about a lot of people that have taken over parts of Asia. We talk about people that have had big parts in history in North America, Canada, America. But one place we've missed altogether, we haven't done one episode on yet, is how the fuck South America became Spanish.
I just figured it always was.
Oh, what? Did you actually?
Yeah, I figured it was just like Africans had Africa, and like the Mayan were just there, like just Spanish people were that's just how it was. But in Europe was just white, and Asia was just Asia.
Spanish, Spain.
I know.
Espanol. They come from Spain.
Huh?
Spain is in Europe.
But yeah, true.
Spain, like Englishmen and Frenchmen came to North America. Spanish people, South America. Christopher Columbus discovered Caribbean and South America and both Americas, whatever. But who came over and colonized that shit? It was Spain. Spain came to South America. Yeah.
For sure, this was black people were there first, eh? Another place.
No, you know who was there first? Incas. Incas?
They were black.
They might have been black. They might have been like natives. That's what I imagine they were.
Natives were black.
Native Indians?
Yo, you need to check out a picture of a native person, not from the 1700s, because they were already getting infiltrated by them.
Watered down.
1600s. Don't check there. Check 1300s native people, and you will see some black-looking dudes.
They had cameras back then?
You know, but you know what they look like? They look like you ever seen the Aboriginals of Australia?
Okay, yeah.
They look like that, like wide nose.
So you're saying all natives look alike? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying I look native. Like way back.
Yeah, they're darker skinned for sure.
They get darker and darker and darker. They get lighter and lighter and lighter now.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was but specifically the tribe that at least he came into contact with that we're going to talk about today was the Incas. You've heard of the Incas, right?
Of course, yeah. I've heard the name, but I know nothing about them.
Emperor's New Groove is about an Incan emperor.
Emperor's New Groove?
You never seen the Emperor's New Groove?
Nah, what is that?
Buddy, one of my favorite Disney movies.
Really?
Yeah, basically it's about an emperor that he gets cursed by like the sorcerer that he becomes a llama. and then he has to find his way back to the castle with like some guy that he used to treat like shit. One of those kind of movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's being humbled.
He's being humbled. Yeah.
Okay.
Starring David Spade and the guy that plays Putty from Seinfeld.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
David Spade plays the Emperor. It's really good. Really good.
Is it really good?
Oh, I love it.
Because it's animated, right?
Very funny. Probably one of the funniest Disney movies ever.
Okay. If it's animated, I get it.
Yeah. I'm surprised you've never seen it.
I don't really watch animated movies.
But yeah, I think.
The Emperor's New Groove.
The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen pictures of this. I've never.
They made it a TV show too. Like it used to be. Like I don't know what the TV show was about, but yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. All I do is watch podcasts and like stuff like that.
Well, throw this one in the mix.
Should I?
There's a good documentary on this one too.
Really?
It's like a movie that almost never happened, but then they totally switched up what it was going to be about, and then it ended up being like a classic.
Okay, so this llama here is a king.
Emperor, yeah.
Oh, emperor.
Yeah, get it right. Anyways, in an Incan tribe in Peru, I believe. Now, okay, so today I wanted to look into what brought this really about was I was watching Euro Cup and I was watching Spain play soccer, and I'm like Spain, they weren't scoring any goals, but like they have amazing ball control. Like they have a great history of guys that can pass the ball really well, right?
I've heard that.
And then Copa America is going on right now. That's in South America, and nobody really pays attention to that. At least it doesn't get marketed like the Euro Cup. Euro Cup is like flags on the car. Everyone's going crazy right now for Euro Cup, all on TV. Copa America doesn't get as much attention. But anyways, I was like, South America, how did all these people end up speaking Spanish?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We speak English because English people won the battle over here, let's say.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They certainly did.
So, back in the 16th century, we had a man that played a huge role in Spain colonizing South America.
I still don't know who it is.
His name was Francisco Pizzaro.
Wow.
You ever heard of him?
Never
heard of him. I never heard of him. I looked up top 10 conqueror lists, and he's on some people's. He's not on everyone's, but he's on some people's. And I'm like, I never heard this name before.
Mixed reviews, I guess.
Like some people don't want to give him all the credit. Maybe I don't know. But anyways, every time we do pros and conquerors, we there's a lot of times, not every time, but I would say 80% of the time we're like, this would make a good movie.
You're fucking right, yeah.
This guy might be the best of all. His story, so good. Let's get into it. How about this? Born of a peasant mother, leaves him on the doorsteps of a church.
Ooh.
You want to talk about starting from the bottom?
Wow, at a church.
It don't get more bottom than that. Your peasant mother abandons you. They tell you your mother was a peasant. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a tough start to life. Even if she doesn't abandon you, just being told your mother was a peasant. But not only that, she fucking dropped you on the church doorstep.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
because she could have picked like a nice house. She could have been like, okay, these people got money. But she just went to the church and was like, they'll take them.
They'll take them. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Throw them out?
I don't know what they'll do with them, but they'll take them.
So we were talking on Wagwan with the Wagwan today about great guys that couldn't read or write, like Jay-Z, like R. Kelly.
Jay-Z can read and write.
I thought you said he couldn't read and write.
No, R. Kelly couldn't.
But Jay-Z can't read?
No, Jay-Z chooses not to write his stuff down, whereas R. Kelly can't.
Oh, okay. Sure, Jay-Z. No, but anyways, like some great men in history that, you know, are starting with difficult, like, what do you call it? Hurdles. You got hurdles in front of you. Like, it's hard to become a great man when you can't do simple things like read and write.
Fucking right.
So if you can find a way around that, great for you. So anyways, couldn't read or write. He was started out as just a pig herder. All right, that he's just a simple man doing simple things.
Jesus, this guy couldn't even herd sheepdog or anything like that. He had to do pigs.
At this time, in Spain, there was a lot of normal, average men that were all of a sudden getting riches. There was a get rich quick scheme in Spain going on.
Bitcoin?
No. Better. Genocide. No, not genocide. Not yet. But going to South America and basically, you know, raping and pillaging.
That was their hustle. They're like,
that was the get. Yo, there's a lot because South America has tons of gold. It has tons of gold apparently.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%.
So that they found out that that's where you can get gold, and that's where they started sending their ships. Like Spain, yeah, but they weren't colonizing. It was just average guys going, like not at the king's orders or anything. This is just average guys going over and being like, I can get gold over there. So they'd get like a group of 15 guys together. They know that they have good weapons and armor and stuff. They go over and they fuck some shit up and steal some gold.
Wow, could you imagine doing that?
Oh yeah,
you're like, guys, we're gonna go over there. We're just gonna kill whoever we have to, until we have enough gold for everybody. It's fucking insane.
So he became great at it. Like he was getting rich. He had his buddy, his name Almagro. So it's Almagro and Francisco. They're just becoming names that are known for being able to get gold, but also their big thing that they made a lot of money on was other Spanish people would pay them to basically hunt a native down for them. Like if they had a guy that did something bad to them and they wanted like a specific guy, like go get chief whatever, they could capture any native. That was what they were known for.
They were bounty hunters.
Francisco and Almagro were. It's like buddy cop, yo. Francisco and Almagro, get in my office.
It sounds pretty gangster.
You captured that chief, but look at all the damage you done to the forest.
This almost sounds like Scarface and Manny.
Yo, very
like what the fuck?
Yo,
like they were straight from the bottom, and now they're like just running around getting
now
rich.
they're those dudes that you call when you need a native captured.
Wow.
He was ruthless with natives too. Like if you say, okay, so sometimes they would need him captured, like they want to get information out of a guy. So one of his torture techniques, because all these different tribes would have a different place to hide their gold.
Okay.
Nobody had it out in the open. So a lot of times why they wanted him to capture a guy was because he's the one that has the secret of where they hold the gold. So, and his way of getting the information out of them was he would burn their eyeballs.
What?
That was his torture technique. Apparently he was good at torture overall, but like he's known for his torturing, but that was like his calling card was like, pulling out fingernails doesn't work. Cutting off your toes doesn't work. All right. Time to burn your eyeballs. Time to do the old Francisco special.
I'm going to give you the gold package. How is he doing that? And how, like, what? I get, he is good at torture because I can't even imagine how you do that.
Burning eyeballs?
How do you burn an eyeball? See, he would have to heat some. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then you just.
Maybe hold your eye over the. Yeah, but. Yeah. Probably heat something up and then.
And you have to, like. And you have to come close. And tell you.
I'll tell you where the gold is.
Yeah, most people probably bitched out. You got to bitch out at that point.
So this was his thing at this point. Like he wasn't trying to conquer anything. He was just getting rich. You getting mad? I'm getting rich. Now all of a sudden,
turning people into Fetty Wap all day.
Well, he's just innocently torturing people, stealing their gold. He saw somebody up in this place called Mexico, took the whole place over for themselves, and we colonized it. Mexico was basically the first place to get colonized by Spanish people.
Okay,
so they didn't do it in South America yet. So that was the first one. So he saw that happen, and he's like, I want to just run a place like that. I just want to have a fucking country, my own country, basically, right?
Yeah.
So he got a group together. He got them all excited about it. Like, oh, you see what's going on in Mexico right now? Let's find a fucking city and just take that shit over.
True.
So they go on an expedition, him and a couple hundred men, and they end up traveling for like 4 months, and they didn't find anything worth finding. Like they were like finding like little like huts and this and that. But Mexico was like a built city. They wanted like that. They wanted like a place that's
okay. They want something just developed,
moving ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's staged. The furniture comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 months on the road, they're not finding anything. So some of the men are like, "Yo, fuck this, man. Like, let's go home." So he got pissed. He's like, he drew a line in the sand, and he's like, "Who's with me? Who's not?" 130 men. How many people do you think were with him? How many people do you think went home? How many people do you think carried on with him? He gave a impassioned speech. Who's in? Who's out, boys?
30.
Came with him?
Yeah.
Close. So you didn't think that he gave a good speech, eh? You could already tell.
Well, I think like once guys are like this, certain men, like once they start going, they're looking for a way out. So once you say line in the sand, who's it? They're like, oh, this is my way out. I can just not cross a line and I'm good.
True. That was their way out. So yeah, only 13 carried on with
13. That's not close. Holy fuck.
Only 13.
That's completely different.
Wait, you said 30.
30, yeah. 30 is a little strong. 13 is like nothing.
Yeah, but out of 130, 13 is closer to 30.
Yeah, true. But god damn, you got to at least hit 20.
But
You want
13
to take over a whole place?
Well, 13 carried on though. Maybe not to take over, but at least to scout.
True.
So they carried on, and they end up finding men living on the water. They never seen this, like floating houses. They had like wood houses on the water.
Okay.
Like basically cabins on the lake and stuff. And they described these men that they saw as having wool on their face and having tails.
They're describing black people. These motherfuckers.
Wool on their face? Oh.
Yeah, wool on our faces, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. I didn't even realize.
God damn it. And tails. You know, they threw in the tail things so their dicks were so long. They're like, these motherfuckers have tails.
That ain't a dick. That's got to be a tail, right?
The dick is like, under that thing. It has to be.
That's a tail. It's a fucking tail. There's no way that's his dick. All the guys are they go back to describe them, and they're like, and they had huge penis. No, they didn't. That was a tail.
That was a tail.
One of the guys is like, shut the fuck up,
it was
Derek.
this big. That's a fucking tail.
So they actually, like, when they rolled up on them, it wasn't hostile. They rolled up as 13 guys. They're rolling up on this big tribe. Yeah. The big tribe's looking at them like, you guys look like aliens to us. We never seen anything like you. So they're literally looking at them like, hey, if they're not coming hostile, we're not going to get hostile right away. Yeah. The tribe was actually like, yo, you know, they had a nice talk. They actually gave them some gold and silver. They're like, check this out. Look at what we got. We're lit out here.
To the wrong people.
Yeah. So now
these motherfuckers are looking at him like, I'm going to burn some eyeballs in this bitch. 100%.
He's looking around like, oh, you pulled the gold out, like the gold that you just gave me as a present. Oh, you got it out of that bin over there? Okay, that's where some of the gold is. Yeah, they started to make mental notes of like where stuff is, plotting, like, even though these guys are treating him really nice, he's plotting some shit.
Yeah, he's on some shit.
So now he goes back to Spain to be like, to get the king on his side, like, yo, let's go colonize that booty, yo. And by booty I mean treasure, because that's what pirates call it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This guy specialized in colonizing that booty.
Wow. You know that's why we call ass booty, right? Because it's treasure.
Huh? Isn't that sweet?
Right?
Hey, nice booty. What the fuck? That's gross. I'm saying it's a treasure. Oh, okay. I'll suck your dick then.
That's how it plays out in every guy's mind. He's like, I'm gonna honk my horn at her. She's gonna drop to her knees. I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna get a blowjob.
Yeah. So anyway, so when Spain, so the king was like, okay, that sounds sick. Like, let's take something over. He's like, I'm just gonna go make your kingdom bigger. Like, I'll send you back gold and I'll run that place. Like, that's pretty much. And it was a good deal to the king. He's like, of course. So you're gonna do the work, and you're just gonna send me money, and we're gonna call that part of my kingdom. Sure. I'm down. Here, take some men. So he gave him some men, and Spain, you don't hear much about them as warriors, but they were trained warriors for years. There's a history of Spain, like, fighting people off to not invade Spain for years. And when you think about it, in Europe, like, yeah, they're the Spanish place. There's more Spanish people in South America than there is in Europe.
Of course.
But where did it all start? Spain. So Spain was that one place fighting off other Europeans to not overtake them. But then after that, they go over and take other shit.
When was this?
This is the 1500s.
1500s?
Yeah.
So this might be, maybe it's before the Moors or after, because they may have been great warriors, but there was an African tribe that was like, we don't care.
They were fighting off the Moors. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's who they were fighting off.
They had to fight the Moors for a while.
They were fighting off the Moors for, so that's what made them good warriors.
And they lost.
That's what they said in the video that I watched. They didn't lose.
They did lose.
How did they lose?
The Moors took over for like 400 years.
Yeah, but they fought them off.
Yeah, but like they took over. They
won.
They accomplished.
It took them 400 years, but they won.
Yeah.
Don't take that victory away from them.
What do you mean? They lost. They lost that victory. When the war that.
Who does Spain belong to now? Where are the Moors?
I'm just saying. Well, where are they? They're all through the Spanish culture. If you look at Moorian culture, it's all through Spanish culture, right down to their women being thick. Yeah. Okay, that's why they still have dark skin, bro. You know that?
No.
Bro, look into the Moors, bro.
I just thought Spain was a sunny place.
They were the first ones to be like, there's booty over there.
Okay, we'll look into the Moors. We will look into the Moors.
There's booty over there.
Not today, though. Anyways, the point is, Spain had, for hundreds of years before the 1500s, they had been trained in fighting. They'd fought off the Moors for hundreds of years. They ended up winning. Colin thinks they lost.
They did. The Moors took over. It wasn't like they were fighting actively. There was a time when all the fighting stopped because the Moors took over.
Okay, let's see. Now we have
Bro,
to.
people are always trying to take our glory. This Irish guy is telling me about how we lost. Are you crazy? They won, dog. They won that shit. Just look at how long the Moors reigned over Spain. See, he's even searching the biased thing.
Who won the war between the Spain and the Moors?
You're going to get some ridiculous answer. Eventually were expelled from.
Yeah, eventually.
So
I said it took them 400 years. It took Ireland 800 years to beat England. But just because...
Whoa. Hold on. Irish people lost that battle, buddy.
It took 800 years, but we got them out. How the fuck did we lose? Republic of Ireland.
Look at the whole place.
Uh-huh.
You guys lost.
I don't understand how you're saying that we lost.
You lost that battle.
They were in Ireland.
Ireland wanted to be like England in terms of size and control, and they got pushed to the side. They became the black people of that place. That's an L.
England tried to take over Ireland, and we left them with Northern Ireland, and we got Republic of Ireland.
You left them with. They took that from you guys.
Okay, so they got a little piece of Ireland,
and they stopped because they were like,
because what? Because why? No, because they had to. Because we won.
We don't need all of it. I mean, we have them in position right now, right?
Yeah, because they're like, we'll give up. We surrender. We surrender Ireland.
We have them exactly where we want them. No. And they have less land.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
And they know they're not.
what actually happened was...
See, now he knows how I feel when he's talking about the Moors now. See, now he understands. See, now, look at his elbows are on the table and shit.
I feel like I'm right about both.
Bro, just see how long they reigned over Spain. Because once you reign over a place, you have won.
Until you lose.
Jesus, come on, they left like Obama, bro. Graceful.
Okay, Goldberg had the title for however long, but eventually
I'm bringing my next week. Next week you're gonna see a screen right here because I'm bringing my laptop. I'm bringing my shit. You better give me your Wi-Fi.
Goldberg had the title for however long, and eventually.
Are you saying Goldberg?
Yeah,
bro. Don't bring up WWE. You know how I feel about WWE.
When Kevin Nash beat him. I'm saying he didn't have the title anymore. Yes, he had 100 victories in a row.
Don't bring up WWE in front of me, okay? Don't you dare. How dare you know how I feel about WWE.
Okay, so the King of Spain defeated the Moors, by Fernando the First. His son Alfonso
he won't even look it
the
up.
Sixth. What do you want me to look up?
How long they reigned over Spain. That's it. You won't even rate the sentence, bro. This is how white people.
The Moors reigned over Spain. 800 years.
800 years, but they lost. Okay, stop this. This is almost 1,000 years we're talking about.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you a little line in a song. For 800 years we fought you without fear, and we'd fight you for 800 more. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, bro.
Oh fuck.
So yeah,
he even did the accent. I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna pull back like England. You know, I won, and now I'm gonna pull back.
No, but what actually happened was World War I happened. England had to leave some of their troops from Ireland to go take care of business in the war, and Ireland's like a good time to fuck them up. So IRA had one last rise to get them out of the country. They got them out. They kicked them out.
Talking about a sucker punch?
So then they won.
Sucker punch. Bigger guy came up. He was like, "Just let me hold on." Ireland's like, boom.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Mate,
get the fuck out of my country.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. What's wrong with me?
We got bigger things. What are you doing?
Yeah. Anyways, so we won.
Yeah, and so did we. What's up? 800 years, bro. Don't look at me about 800 years like, oh, we were fighting the whole time, bro. They gave in, bro. The only reason they won is because all of their warriors ended up getting bigger and stronger and had tails. Big dicks.
Anyways.
Talking about big dicks.
So, let's get back to Francisco Pizzaro. Is that his name? Pizzaro?
No, it's pizza.
Francisco Pizzaro. Yes. So now, so he just talked to the king. King's going to send him over with some troops to take shit over. Now, lucky for them, when they arrived around Peru, the Incan tribes had just had a civil war.
Okay.
So they were pretty weak from just fighting brother against brother for the crown kind of thing. His squad against that squad.
So another sucker punch.
So they get there, and Spain was like, "Yo, this is gonna be easy." So the Incans came up to them to like negotiate, and basically Francisco is like, yeah, here's the negotiation. Spain runs this place now, and we don't tolerate false idols. So here, read this Bible. He hands him the Bible. The Incan chief threw the Bible away.
Of course.
And then he's like, okay, now I got a license to fuck you up. So they didn't kill him, but they basically took him as a hostage, and they fucked up his people, whatever. And
wow,
they ended up unleashing hell on them. 2,000 dead, 4,000 captured, and the emperor as a hostage.
Yo, but how you gonna handle a Bible? The guy can't read like your language.
You don't know that. What are you calling Incan stupid?
Like, why would he be able to
This
read
guy's
that?
mad disrespect to Aboriginals.
First of all, they're all black, so they're my people.
So he held him for ransom, and he got two rooms filled with gold.
Really?
So he had tons of gold. He had so much gold. It was 13,000 pounds, 6 tons of gold, and he melted it all down to gold bars. Now this is made this place so rich that like inflation was crazy, and they said that at that time you could buy a horse in Peru for what you could buy a house with in Spain. So like he made that place just like littered with gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. That's crazy.
So and he still had a good. He had the emperor still as his hostage. Like they paid him the money, but he's basically like, I'm gonna keep him, but I'm just gonna treat him really nice. Like
really?
He's like he's getting fed well. He's cool. We're having nice combos, whatever. And he made it seem like they're friends. Like the Incan guy was probably just playing along just to save his own life, whatever. But history says that they actually like were pretty good homies.
True.
Yeah.
Sick.
For 12 months
in
captivity, he's like, okay, I got no more use for this guy. So
eyeballs.
He betrayed him, and he basically got him charged with treason and sentenced to death.
God damn. Yo, this guy's an ass.
Now here's the interesting thing about getting sentenced to death. So he got sentenced for him to be burnt at the stake.
Okay.
Pretty bad death.
Yeah, that's the worst.
The Incans believed that if you get burned alive, your body, like your soul doesn't cross over. So they were like begging, like, please, like, do it another way. Like, please don't kill our emperor that way.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, you want him to cross over to the other side? Well, if he's gonna cross over to the other side, then I need to baptize him, because like, what's the point if you can't check out heaven?
Wow.
So he baptized him. He's like, that was the negotiation. I'll hang him if you let me baptize him first. So he baptized him so he wouldn't have to get burned at the stake, and then he sent him to heaven.
Bro, what a ridiculous place the world's been forever. Everything's just ridiculous. Burning people.
Now, after he killed that emperor, he basically installed like a puppet king. Like he was an Incan guy, but he's a guy that's very easily controllable. Do what I want. You know what I mean? But the fucked up thing is like, so that was supposed to make some kind of peace, but then what he ended up doing was he told his soldiers, he's like, yo, go enjoy the spoils of victory. Let's make a lot of Spanish kids here.
Wow.
And he basically like sent them all out. Like they just were raping and pillaging all over. Even though like you're supposed to be cool with these guys, like everything's good now, the war's over, they were still like just running a fucking muck.
Yeah, of course, because they run the place now, right? And you got like that's like the seeding, right? Like to take over sufficiently back then.
Yeah.
Like they have to like make
Spanish blood. Yeah. And they would, especially all like the noble ladies, like they would make sure that a Spanish guy gets them pregnant.
Yeah.
100%. Now, so obviously the puppet leader was like, fuck, I didn't sign up for this. So he tried to lead a resistance. And when he got caught, he was publicly humiliated. They were like, they put him in handcuffs, just slapping him around. They didn't kill him, but they were like fucking around with him, embarrassing him in front of like a big crowd. But then somehow he managed to escape. This happened in the 1500s. I don't have all the details, but somehow he got out. And it was like he raised an army to go fight
Really?
Francisco now.
Okay.
So he escaped, and he got an army together, and they came to attack. They were doing a good job. They were actually beating the Spanish people. He got a big army together because like all these Incans were tired of being treated like this. You know what I mean? We got one chance. We got to all get together, put our differences aside.
He's like
fuck up the
Ray
Spanish.
Lewis. Just fucking motivating a team.
100%. This guy gave a good speech. In the movie, this guy would be giving a fucking... He used to be like a slimy piece of shit, you know, that fucking puppet king, but now he's like the man that's like leading an army. Like
that would be dope.
Now I know I was a bit of a snake before, guys, but...
And now he's like the epitome of the resistance.
Yeah.
Epitome of a puppet and then the epitome of resistance.
So he got a good resistance together. They were beating the Spanish people. They honestly they honestly would have beat Francisco if it wasn't for somebody showing up right in the nick of time. The reinforcements, the cavalry. His old buddy, Almagro.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Almagro runs into town and he's like, Francisco, Almagro,
you've gotten soft. I see everyone with 2 eyes.
Oh, fuck.
He's coming in.
So they beat the Incas. This was pretty much a genocide. Like, I don't know how many Incas are left now, but it was a decisive victory. Let's say that. So now he crowned himself king. But you know what? Almagro was like, yo, you would have been dead if it wasn't for me. I should be king.
Okay. Tell me this, all right? The Incas right now.
Yeah.
If the Incas right now, like, abolished everything that was Spanish in South America, would you say that they won this? Or would you say that they lost?
Well, I would say in the end they won.
Okay.
Took them a long time. They lost many battles. They won the
war.
The war.
Oh, okay.
If natives rose up and took Canada back,
you'd say that they won.
I'm asking you.
I would never say that they won after what happened.
Because they're losers.
No, because they lost.
This
their
guy's really
history.
hard on Aboriginals.
I'm not. I am Aboriginal. There's a lot of things that people don't realize about black people.
That's how people always get out of it. I have a black friend.
No, but we are Aboriginals.
I'm dating a white girl.
Like, what do you think? Like, do you think the natives that you see in Canada are the ones that would be in Africa?
My dad.
I am Aboriginal.
Yeah. My great grandfather was half black, so I can say the N word.
Well, if he was, I wouldn't be surprised, and I would allow that.
I wouldn't even go for it. Anyways,
I'd be fine with it. Not directed to me though. You could say it in songs, not at people. You know what I mean?
Thanks. I'm good.
There's rules.
There's levels to this shit. Anyways, so now him and Almagro are fucking beefing, yo. Beefing over the crown.
Oh yeah. Oh, true.
You missed that part. So they beat the Incas. Francisco, he's been there. He's like, okay, I'm king now. Almagro's like, you would have been dead if it wasn't for me coming to save the day. I'm king now.
Yeah.
And Pizarro's like, nah, I run this place. And he just had him killed, yo. He's like, he didn't want to get him. He didn't want to kill him himself, but he got his men kill him, cut his head off, and he put his head in the middle of the town, being like, yo, any of you other Spanish people thinking about challenging me for the crown, I'll fucking kill you like an Inca.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
I did this to my buddy. You know me and Almagro used to run shit back in the day. I fucking cut his head off, put it on a stake.
That's fucked up though. That's actually fucked up. Can you imagine?
And then after that, he enjoyed the fruits of his labor. He just lived a pretty quiet life until 63, and then eventually Almagro's son came and killed him.
You're lying.
Not lying.
Really?
Assassins came into the palace.
Sick.
And he was killed by Almagro's son years later.
Oh, that's so good.
So when I tell you that these you put my dad's head on a spike, well, guess what? He had 70 wounds. He cut the fucking shit out of him.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, fucking Puss in Boots, yo. Yeah, man. So like, am I telling you this is a great movie or what?
Bro, that's sick. Especially, oh my God. Okay. So where are we going with the movie then?
Okay, so I think it might be Antonio Banderas.
Is
Francisco.
It's Francisco. Yeah.
I'm seeing that. For Almagro, I think it has to be like a bit of a bigger, gruffer guy. Like I just imagine an Almagro being like the muscle, yo. This guy's the mind, and Almagro's the muscle. So I'm thinking of like a strong looking Spanish guy.
See, I always. You could contact lenses. You could go Jason Momoa again. You could
just put him in everything.
No, but I was
Jason Momoa. If we ever get a movie production, you're gonna make a lot of money, buddy. We got you on 3 movies already.
You're in.
Yeah,
you're in every time.
We got a role for you in almost every movie.
I'm just saying, but like when you say a bigger guy, because right away, another repeat. I thought Benicio del Toro, because that's
I like that for Almagro. I like that for
that's a valiant person. He's fucking shit up. He gets real dark.
Yeah.
He's holding people while they're burning out eyeballs and shit. You know what I mean? He's like real down for that type of shit. And then comes and is a savior.
Yeah.
I can so see him doing that and then gets killed. But then his son comes. What?
Yeah,
Who's his son, though?
Like I don't know, some young cats that are like smooth. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
This guy has to be an assassin, like the fucking cat burglar, yo. I don't know. I'm looking at Spanish actors now, but
or
Mario Lopez.
We make Benicio del Toro. Well, this is what I thought right away. Orlando Bloom as the son.
Okay.
And coming in all suave and clean shaven and looking young and shit. You know, a little tan on him, you know, a little bronzer. You know
I can see it. I can see it.
And he comes in just looking suave, ready to murder this guy who killed his dad.
This guy would make a good Almagro too.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
What's his name again? Luis Guzman.
Yeah.
You guys would know him if you saw him.
Yeah. He would be a great one. He'd be great. Yeah, because he is the guy who's like the best friend. He's good at like the buddy. And then he comes and saves shit. And then you think he's going to become the king because you think maybe he deserves it because he just saved his friend and everything. And then his boy
cuts his head off.
Yeah, it's just a piece of shit. Cuts his head off.
Yeah.
I
like it. Yeah, man. So this...
And then with this, you can still make Orlando Bloom his son because obviously they raped and pillaged. So the kid's going to be mixed. Yeah. So the kid's gonna be mixed. So
he's like, listen, you raped my. He might have raped my mom, but you shouldn't have put his head on a stick.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. That's where I draw the line. Like, yeah, my dad, he was a raper and a pillager. I'll be the first to admit it. But Bible, you ain't gonna put his head on a stick.
Bible, right? Honor thy mother and father, right? If they're all about the Bible,
even if your dad rapes your mom, you still have to honor him.
I think so.
What a fucking Sophie's choice that is.
Like, I think that's like how the religion works.
You really backed me into a corner with this whole respecting my honor and father and mother. And anyways. Out of all the people we've done, what a fucking movie-esque guy this is. And another interesting thing is I'm like, okay, so let me look into how South America is handling their like colonizer problem. Like we just tore down John A. McDonald recently. Different statues being torn down. Now, what year do you think was the first time we started tearing down statues in North America?
In North America?
Yeah. Like the first one that you heard about in Canada or States. It wasn't that long ago. Like within like
the first one we heard about. Because I would say like...
Yeah, like the first one in the news.
Okay, first one in the news? I feel like it was... Like when we want to say Canada or just North America? Because if we say North America, it's like Robert E. Lee.
Okay, when was that?
That was like... Was it before? No, it was during the protests. Because COVID went away.
So within the last couple years?
Yeah.
So within the last couple years... Guess who was ahead of the game? South America. South America tore this guy's statue down in 2005.
Oh, yeah?
Before cancel culture even existed. I was still in high school.
They had to.
We were still calling... I just made it... I didn't actually say anything, but I just mean like, that's the kind of place where you'd put a joke like that in, but it's one of those jokes that I'd probably regret, so I just stopped. And I just said 2 blank words. So you guys can fill in the blanks. Back in 2005, we were allowed to say, blank is a blank. Fill it in. Let us know. Best answers in the comment section.
Yeah, I don't even know what this guy's going to say. Blank was a blank. Jesus.
Back in my day, we could call blanks blanks. Right? Fill in the blanks.
That's so funny.
Let us know in the comments
2005. Section. Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
I guess so. You go back that far. Because that's 16 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, man. So 2005, they tore down a statue, but they didn't throw it away. They just put it in like a city that's like, we'll take it. One city in Peru was like, we'll hold it down.
Wasn't it like, I think it's Edmonton or Alberta?
They were like,
give us the statue. We'll take it.
Yeah. So honestly,
same shit.
I don't know if that's a good solution. That just give the statue to somewhere that wants it.
Nah, it's not a good solution.
No.
No. Because just give Almagro back to some people that want him. Nah, you cut off his head, you killed him. Tear down your shit. Your shit's done. I'm only talking about this guy. This guy's a piece of shit. This guy's an asshole. I don't like this guy.
Oh, you don't like? This is the first time you've been on
so happy.
Teardown,
I'm so happy you were like his son came and killed him. I was like, yes.
Yeah, what an ending, yo.
Yes.
But it would be. That's a good movie where you're following the story of a bad guy the whole time. Yeah. Like you're not following the story of a guy that you're rooting for.
Yeah.
You're following the story of a guy that you're like, fuck this guy, and then in the end, he gets killed by a fucking
perfect person comes and kills him. You think it's gonna be his best friend. You're like, oh, his best friend's gonna have to do what he has to do now, and then his best friend gets killed, and you're like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You're like, yo, this guy's just gonna win. Like, this is bull. This is not how movies go.
Yeah. He's just living out his days for the next like 30 or 40 years. Nothing's happening to him.
Yeah.
Let's say 30 years. I don't think it's 40.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking, and then all of a sudden you're just eating your fucking pancakes.
Drinking somebody's blood or something like that because he's evil as fuck.
Francisco Pizzaro.
Also, you see foots. You just see feet. You don't see people at all. You just see feet. You're like, what the fuck's going on? You see feet. You also you hear it. He's in his room. He's like, what's going on? The door busts open.
Killed my father.
He's like, hello.
You will pay for your. You will pay for what? For what? What was the word that I'm trying to put in there?
My name is Roberto
Magro.
but you can call me El Magro Jr. But when you see me, well, that's what he says. But when you see me, think of El Magro. And he's like, oh, shit.
My name.
And he doesn't even go. He doesn't go here first. He just goes. He's just like, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck? And then the camera just backs up, and it's just him doing. And you're just like, yes, keep stabbing him.
70 times.
70 times. Blood everywhere. Blood all over the guy's shirt. It's Orlando Bloom. So women are loving that he's sweaty. You know the little hair that comes up? Guys with long hair, when they get a little too like crazy, a little hair comes out. He's just going at it. Just stabbing him. Blood all over him. He's sweating. He's panting. The assassins are just watching like, Jesus Christ, this is supposed to be just...
Yeah, this guy...
One and done. What's going on?
I thought we just came to kill this guy, not to fucking carve a turkey. But yeah, good for him, man. Good, great story. Great story.
I love that, man.
I hope they do make a movie about him. I don't think they have. I looked it up earlier today, but...
Yo, as long as we keep doing this, one day we're going to inspire somebody to make a movie. They're going to be like, from the minds of pros and conquerors.
Oh, that'd be nice. Movie. Let's see.
Wow, man. I like that. That made me feel good. That was like watching a movie just now.
The Royal Hunt of the Sun. So there's probably movies that like have him featured in it. Nah. Conquistador of the Pacific.
Because it's too hard for people to watch like a bad guy just be bad and win for so long. So you'd have to make him see, that's why it's like, you know what, you're right, Antonio Banderas, because they can like side with him at times because he's like this like good looking like person, king type, so they can side with him, and everything he's doing is like in the name of something, you know, whether it be the king or religion or this or that, so they can kind of see where he's coming from. So they'll be able to watch it for a good hour and 30 minutes.
There is one movie about him. The Royal Hunt of the Sun. It's from 1969.
Who's the director for this, though?
Is that him? Robert Shaw.
I always go back to like whoever directed 300.
This is from 1969. It ain't fucking.
You know who?
The guy that directed.
Who would do good? What's his name? Ridley Scott.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's classic for history shit.
Yep.
Anyways,
that was solid.
Francisco Pizzaro.
You're getting fucking good at this shit, eh?
I don't know, man.
This guy literally just
Every time
wakes up and just kind of fucking diddles on the computer, and then he brings out a whole fucking story.
I'll tell you, there's so many times where I'm like not motivated to do the research at all, and I'm like, fuck, man, maybe we should just not do it this week. Maybe we should just do Wagwan with the Wagwan and not do pros and conquerors. But then I'll start learning something about the guy's story, and then I'm like, this guy I was like in early. I'm like, wait a minute,
of course,
his fucking peasant mother dropped him off on a doorstep. All right.
I forgot.
Buckle up, baby.
Part. Yeah, true.
This is gonna be a wild ride. And then him and his buddy are just fucking wheeling and dealing and bounty hunters and shit. Like he had a really cool story.
Fuck.
So history, not as boring as we all thought, was it?
Not when we tell it. Fucking right, man.
Yeah.
Fuck your history
Mr.
class.
Beatty.
History class teachers need to learn something from us.
I actually liked my history teacher, but he didn't make history fun though.
My history teacher kind of did. His name was Mr. P. He was 26, and he was like, if you guys just work and buckle down, I'll let you hotbox my car. And we were like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but you guys have to pass.
Okay.
Because we were like the worst kids.
Sounds like a fucking creep.
Bro, like he was just
this guy's getting arrested.
No, he wasn't even in the car. He's just like, boop, boop. Unlocked it for us. Bro, he's a G. A straight up G.
Yeah.
That was the best thing ever. He was like 26.
That's what all the kids said about Michael Jackson too. No, I don't even think Michael Jackson did it. I'm not like this disgusting teacher calling that. Anyways, that was Pros and Conquerors. The bad boy.
Mr. P was a fucking good guy.
Mr. P.
Come on, man.
Mr. P? Am I a good boy, Mr. P?
We would just come in high, and we come in an hour late for every class. Classes are only like an hour and 20 minutes, and he'd be like, yo, you guys are going to fail and it's gonna fuck you guys up. He's like, you have to do this assignment. He's like, if you all pass this assignment, there's 4 of us. We're all dickheads. He's like, I'll let you guys smoke a blunt in my car.
Fuck yeah.
Bro,
if you listen to this episode,
unconventional teaching styles. It was the only class I passed that year. I failed everything else. Dropped out the next year.
Wow.
Now I'm a podcaster.
Now he's a podcaster. Now I get to benefit from all he doesn't know, this idiot. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. You can find me at jam_easy. You can find Colin
at Colin's Process, man. I'm doing my thing. That's where you're going to see more podcasts. You're going to see more art. And check out Wagwan with the Wagwan's Instagram. It's fucking amazing. And
Wagwan with the Wagwan.
And we're going to start hitting that a lot more. And check out at the Bad Boys of Comedy, because we're going to start releasing more content on there.
If you're an artist, get at me. If you're a fucking social media marketer, get at me.
Oh, okay. This guy's thinking big now. Okay.
Well, you saying all this stuff about we need to do more. I'm like, we do need to do more, but wouldn't it be nice if somebody else did it for us?
That'd be great. Yo, I feel like $2 bills at that.
A month?
Yeah. For them to do all the posts, like, and all of a sudden we post like 10 times a day. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You heard it, guys. Negotiating starts at 200, but we can be talked up and down. We'll see.
A little bit.
All right. Thanks for listening. We're trying to pay you guys to work for us.
What other podcasters are doing that?
Yeah. There's a call to action, and the action is you get to make money by doing work for us.
Trust me, we're good to work.
Follow us at the Bad Boys of History, at Wagwan with the Wagwan, at Colin's Process, at Jam_Easy.
Thank you for listening to Pros and Conquerors, the Bad Boys of History. Rate, review, subscribe, and share. And remember to participate on our Instagram and shit and all that good stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Follow us on Instagram.